Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please stand for the presentation of the colors presented by the Central Campus JROTC program. Everyone, please join me with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. The class of 2017 would like to honor their classmate, Terry Harris, who tragically lost his life. One of our students is carrying Terry's cap and gown and will place it on a chair in the front row in memory of Terry. We will have a family member receive his diploma later in the ceremony. At this time, seniors, please join the choir and orchestra and band if you are performing. Good afternoon, graduates, parents, families, friends, community members, staff, and school board members. This afternoon is a special one for all of us, and I'm honored to be standing in front of you as the principal of Hoover High School. Today we gather to recognize and celebrate the Hoover High School graduating class of 2017. At this time, I would like to introduce our platform guests. Superintendent Dr. Thomas Ahart, School Board Member Heather Anderson, Vice Principals Jamie Badger and Jeff Panic, School Improvement Leaders Maureen Griffin and Stephanie Nugent, Staff Member Nick Jackson. We would like to recognize some very important people in the lives of our graduates. Parents of the class of 2017, thank you for your support in helping your son and daughter achieve their goals. Hoover High School teachers and support staff, thank you for providing an environment where learning took place each and every day. Des Moines School Board, thank you for volunteering to serve our students, our schools, and our community. You have all worked together to shape the educational experiences for the students in front of me. So students, let's show them some appreciation and love. Class of 2017, I have had the very unique opportunity to get to know most of you over the past 7 years as you walk the halls of Meredith Middle School and then on to Hoover High School. I watched you evolve from tiny, little, timid sixth graders into responsible and respectful young adults ready to meet the challenges of the world. There are others of you that I've only known for a short time, and I wish we had more time together. Each one of you has made contributions to the Hoover community in one way or another. The class of 2017 has been filled with successes in the classroom, in the athletic arenas, and on the stage. There have been individual successes and team successes throughout your years at Hoover. These accomplishments will continue to be part of your life as they are some of the best moments of your high school years. I challenge you to always represent yourself well and work hard at whatever you choose to do, and the benefits will be plentiful. We have two speakers today who will address the graduating class of 2017. Both of these students have been highly engaged in both academic and extracurricular opportunities while at Hoover. The active involvement demonstrated by both of these students is a great example for all future Hoover students to follow. They display strong communication skills and leadership abilities. They are principled young adults who are always willing to help whenever they are needed. Our first speaker is La Zwal Bochun, daughter of Emmanuel and Lily Bochun. Zwal is a member of the Hoover Interact Club and has been on the varsity tennis team all 4 years. Through Hoover STEM Academy, she was involved in doing research at Iowa State on anti-malarial therapeutics and at Lakeside Labs in Okoboji researching diatoms. Zwali has also been on the honor roll all 4 years and still found time to volunteer at Habitat for Humanity and teaching Sunday school. Zwali plans to attend the University of Iowa, majoring in biology and minoring in psychology, hopefully to become a pediatric oncologist. Ladies and gentlemen, Zwali.
Good afternoon and welcome, faculty, parents, family, friends, and fellow graduates. It is an honor to be standing here. Congratulations, we made it. Four years have passed it, yet it seems like only yesterday that we were freshmen, trying to figure out where our next class is and looking generally clueless to all the upperclassmen. Now, we are the upperclassmen, the senior, who are ready to graduate and move forward in the world and life. Today, we celebrate an important milestone in our life, and before we move forward, let's take a moment and look back. Our class motto by Dr. Seuss says, "Sometime you'll never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory." Today, this is our memory as we leave here as graduates. Most of the time, people don't realize the value of a good education, and even coming to school sometimes feels like a burden. But let me tell you about my story. My family and I fled Burma, escaping persecution to Malaysia, where we lived it for 3 years. During those 3 years, my siblings and I didn't have access to education. Our days were filled with watching cartoons and learning how to do basic household tasks. I was 12 when we came to America. My first day of school was second semester of 6th grade. I had missed 3 years of education. I couldn't read, I couldn't write, I couldn't speak the language whatsoever, though I did know how to respond to "How are you" from watching Dora the Explorer many, many times. My parents were not as lucky as I. They didn't have an opportunity to pursue higher education. And even now, because of the language barrier, my parents struggle finding a good, stable job, and even more so, connecting and adjusting to the system. My parents have worked it hard and gone through so many obstacles, yet they don't stop. It is through them that I draw my inspiration and strength. I hope to be in colleges someday soon. As a minority, there are many disadvantages and few advantages. Achieving my dream of becoming in colleges is never going to be easy. I hope to be a role model for those who are unsure of their path in life. I hope to show that even though I'm in a marginalized community, I have the potential to change the world. I would like to inspire others, especially those in my community, to realize that our parents have sacrificed so much for us. We need to work hard so we can take care of them as they age. Hoover High has given me the opportunity to participate in many activities, such as an internship at Iowa State University, researching anti-malaria therapeutics, and at a Kaboji to learn about diatoms, sponsored by the University of Iowa, to participating in the Global Youth Institute by the World Food Prize. And to that, I am entirely grateful. But I am just one example many of you have experiences. Going to state for basketball, achieving in athletic, welcoming freshmen with the Spirit Crew, volunteering with the Indra Club, learning to step out of your comfort zone, to graduating today. Friends, even though our stories are different, we all have shared it the same journey. 6 years ago, I wouldn't have imagined being in front of all of you when I started at Meredith. Now, here I am. Think of all the things we've shared and seen. Think of all the things we have accomplished and where we started. We roamed the halls of Hoover High 4 years ago, each with our distinct individual differences, each person with his or her own unique personality, a goal, and a story. We represent just about every possible background, every race and culture, every faith and walk of life. Fellow classmates, we're gathered here today in celebration of not only the last 4 years, but also of our next step. We are halfway through this journey of ours, and we work hard to get to this point, but we didn't do it by ourselves. We have people guiding us, and we owe a huge debt of gratitude to them. Thanks to our parents for supporting us in more ways than it's possible to count, our guidance counselor for listening and keeping us on track to graduate, because without their help, some of us may not be graduating today. Our teachers for their unselfishness. They shared their time, talent, and knowledge, and many even stayed after school to give us extra help when they could have gone home to spend time with their family. Our principal, vice principals, and all of the administrative staff for keeping things running smoothly. And now here we stand. No matter where we go or what we do from this moment on, there are challenges ahead of us. Although it may not be easy to meet those challenges, let us keep in mind that every accomplishment we achieve is added to the world accomplishments. All of those nights we spent cramming for the test the next morning, all of the books we read and the essay we wrote, all of the lessons we learned not only from our teachers, but our friends as well, all of the friendships, relationships we began and mended, and all of the frustrated and wonderful experiences we have had throughout high school have led us to this day that we kept hoping to come sooner. So fellow graduates, I urge you today to embrace the opportunity before you, just as you embrace all the Hoover opportunities. Take what you have learned throughout the last 4 years and put it to good use. Again, congratulations, class of 2017. Thank you, God.
Thank you.
Kalome na nule papa. And thank you, class of 2017. Now go forth and do great things. Thank you.
Our second speaker is Max Tenson, son of Scott and Tracy Tenson. Max was one of 4 finalists selected out of 229 students for the National Council on Youth Leadership and represented the greater Des Moines area NCYL at the town meeting this fall in St. Louis, Missouri. Max is a student that exemplifies the values of NCYL: character, leadership, academics, and community involvement. During his 4 years at Hoover, he participated in rugby, band, theater, and Best Buddies. He has also been an honorary band leader, serves as a thespian board president, and is an actor at the Des Moines Playhouse. Max plans to attend the University of Northern Iowa this fall to explore a career in secondary mathematics education and public policy. Ladies and gentlemen, Max Tenson.
All right. Students, staff, families, friends, teachers, mom, hello, and congratulations. I've never been more proud of a group of people in my entire life. We've grown together, we've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've lost quite a few games of Iron Man together. No matter what we did it together. We built a name for ourselves. We overcame extreme obstacles. We made Hoover our own. The impact that we have made on our school speaks volumes about us. Now, it's often said that as we graduate, we enter the next chapter of our lives, only this next chapter has a lot more hot pockets. It will be filled with many difficult choices like where to go to school, what do I want to do, how can I make money, and how can I be happy? The path may not always be clear, but know that we will all do amazing things. The next chapter is going to be an extremely exciting and important one. However, it's important for us to look back on the events that got us here. Like Dr. Seuss said, you'll never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So without further ado, here is the story of us. Chapter 1. 2 people loved each other very much and out popped you. You smiled, you played, and you pooped where you ate. It was a mess, but you were adorable, so no one got too mad at you. You were charming, you were bubbly, silly, full of wonder, full of joy, full of doo-doo. Lots of doo-doo. Chapter 2, elementary school. You learned everything from how to count, to how to read and write, to how planes work. Odds are you met your best friend, looking at you, Ashton, and you two had the time of your lives together. You made your first clay bowl that Mom still displays on the mantle. You put together your first science project, and you probably had your first kiss on a playground. You were excited about learning. You were attentive, kind, generous, and loving. Then, chapter 3, middle school. What happened? We were doing so, all right, well, that's just a joke. In middle school, you learned just how bad of a dancer you were by going to the 6th grade mixer. You played your first school sport. You got to take computers with the one and only Mr. Sinclair. Yeah. You played your first instrument, and you remembered how bad of a dancer you were by going to the 8th grade formal. Still bad, just sweatier now. Middle school was interesting, but we got through it together. Chapter 4, freshman and sophomore year. You learned just how tall seniors actually are. You joined some clubs, got some bad grades that you were still trying to fix as of this week, and you got really psyched out by the whole experience. We learned a lot about ourselves and each other. You had your first real taste of independence, and most likely, you blew it. But you learned from the experience, and we came back stronger. Chapter 5, junior year. It was a rough year. Through devastation, however, we saw a light. We grew together even more. You took the ACTs and you probably forgot to study for them. You challenged yourself in AP classes. You bonded with teachers and friends as you started to figure out that this was all temporary. No matter your go-to answer to the age-old question, what do you want to do when you grow up? It was the first time you really didn't know. The first jolt of the fear of what comes next finally hit you. You panicked, but you knew to make the most of what you had left. That brings us to Chapter 6, Senior Year. This is the one and only time I'll use the "we made it" cliche, so we made it. Yeah. So, after 12 years of public schooling, shout out to you, DMPS, we were finally the champions of our school. It was our year, our final chance to make a difference, and we really did. But we still never won a game of Iron Man. You learned about what real friendships are. You answered some of the most difficult questions you'll ever have to answer. You excelled in your education. You grew in knowledge, spirit, and character. You took all of the useless skills that you've learned throughout the years, and you applied them in one final test. And guess what? You passed. With that said, welcome to Chapter 7. The stories that we have written, the lives that we have led, the impacts that we have made will last a lifetime. However, it's about to get a whole lot more interesting. But with the previous 6 chapters under our belt, we are guaranteed to succeed. Now, I've spoken a lot about the main character of the story of us today, but let us not forget all of the supporting characters. To the underclassmen, you have helped us learn to be patient. Very patient. We have learned incredible things from you, and it has been an absolute pleasure getting to know you. To the teachers and staff, you will never understand the impact that you have made. Every subtle smile and friendly hello can change a bad day to a good one. Every amazing story from Mr. Lane or bad math joke from Miss Brinks, they all make the difference. Without you, nothing would be possible. And with you, everything is. Thank you. Yeah. To the families and friends, thank you for always being there. You were there for us whether we had good grades or bad grades. You supported every decision we made. You molded us into the people we are today. There is no greater support system in our lives than you. Thank you. Okay. Now, students of the class of 2017, I wish you luck in the world. Wherever we go, we are Huskies. Whatever we do, we are Huskies. No matter who you are a Husky. Carry the title wherever you are, whatever you do. Let us never forget. Thank you.
Let's give these fine students another round of applause, please. At this time, I'd like to have Mr. Jackson come to the podium, and he will be presenting the Jane Henches Humanitarian Award.
In 1972, when Hoover student Jane Renee Henches died from injuries she received in a horseback riding accident, her parents chose to honor her ideals as well as her memory when they established the Jane Henches Humanitarian Award. This prestigious award is presented annually to a Hoover senior who demonstrates, by his or her personal beliefs and actions, a quiet, humble, and sensitive service to humankind both in and out of school. This year's recipient is definitely that. Our award winner has been involved in everything from rugby to cheerleading, newspaper, National Honor Society, Best Buddies, and Thespian Board. This is just a small list of all the activities that he has been committed to during his time at Hoover. The best thing about it, though, is that he unknowingly has left his mark in all of these activities, whether it was being the motivator in a classroom or the greatest friend a person could have. According to newspaper advisor Sarah Hamilton, the thing I loved about this student is he always had the biggest smile on his face, but I also never knew what he was planning because he was also my biggest jokester on the newspaper staff. Drama director Emily Griffin describes our award winner as one who jumps in wherever he is needed. National Honor Society advisor and math teacher Alex Caskey agreed, saying this recipient is one of the most compassionate people she has ever met. He creates a welcoming and fun environment that includes everyone. His wit and smile can brighten the day. He is an amazing person, and Miss Caskey is grateful for the opportunity to have been his teacher over the last 4 years. One of the largest impacts this recipient has had is working with his buddy Zane. Zane describes this recipient as a good friend who he will miss. As the standard for this award, this plaque bears a quote by Alfred Lord Tennyson. It reads, "I am a part of all that I have met." Our recipient has surely been that. I hereby present the 2017 Jane Henches Humanitarian Award to Ashton Johnson.
At this time, please help me welcome Superintendent Tom A. Hart to the podium.
I would like to take a short moment of privilege and ask you to help me give a fond farewell to Cindy Flesch, who is leaving Des Moines Public Schools after 3 years as principal at Hoover and 33 years of service with the district. She will be missed. Des Moines Public Schools exist so that students graduate with the knowledge, skills, and abilities to be successful at the next stage of their lives. That 13-year journey is supported by thousands of staff members throughout our district, many of whom are with us here today. If you work for DMPS, please stand, and if all of you would join me in thanking them for their service to our graduates. And now, on behalf of Administrator Cindy Flesch, the district staff, the community of Des Moines, and your teachers at Hoover High School, I am honored to confirm that the members of the Hoover High School class of 2017 have met the requirements established by the state of Iowa and our Board of Education and have demonstrated all the qualifications to receive a certificate of graduation from the Des Moines Public Schools. Esteemed School Board Director Heather Anderson, as Superintendent, I proudly commend to you for the presentation of diplomas the Hoover High School class of 2017.
Students and staff, please prepare for the presentation of diplomas.
Haris Ademovich. Michael Ali. Leon Alcasi. Elliot Anderson. Fatima Owais. Lal Alma. Nicole Bailey. Jared Baker. Joseph Barham. Cody Barrett. Anthony Bates. William Bauman. Terry Harris. Catherine Bickle. Madison Blackford. Daishimie Bonito. Isla Bosnich. Hannah Brochure. Megan Brown. Ryan Burgett. Emma Burriola. Alyssa Burton Pilcher. Ayanle Bu. Kevin Ha. Aldrius Campbell. Misael Ocampos. Ian Cantrell. Jacqueline Carminate. Karen Carminate. Bailey Carpenter. Esteban Carrasco. Rochelle Castillo. Cassandra Clater. James Collier. Haley Conklin. Johnny Conway. Nicholas Crawford. Say Da. Mai Dang. Michael De Jesus. An Deep. Tesloch Ding. Patience Doe. Hannah Draper. Trejon Dusenberry. Von Engie. Teresita Espinoza Rios. Fatuma Farah. Rosalie Felton. Amanda Philpo. Alexander Finch. Odyssey Freeman. Hugo Galdamez Soriano. Joseph Galloway. Edwin Garcia. Elijah Garrett. Michael Gill. Madison Gilliam. Chandra Gilson. John Gingrich. Habonamana Glorios. Quavon Gowdy. Janessa Green. Jorge Gutierrez Meza. Bassam Hagos. Ethan Hampton. Dakota Harrell. Michaela Harris. Dejana Harrison. Jordan Heron. Kelly Heights. Federico Hernandez. Tyrese Hill. Ha Ho. Kaylee Horn. Alex Hull. Vi Wen. Mose Ibit. Hafsa Ibrahim. Omar Ibrahim. Destiny Jackson. Okay. Abdikar Jama. Mary James. Samson Jeffrey. Irakoze Gile. Ashton Johnson. Maxwell Johnson. Price Johnson. Michael Jones. Joshua Keller. Justin Kimball. Colgate Clow. Somchai Ko. Ryan Kretschmer. Ku. Samula. Noah Landals. Sydney Larson. Julie Lee. Tree Lee. Nicholas Locken. Isabel Lopez. Maria Lopez. Angkon Luangapaibong. Iana Wong. Kevin Liu. Quinn Liu. Lake Manship. Natalie Monzano. Reja Marshall. Jasmine Martinez. Alexis McGregor. Lance McGregor. Owen McGuffin. Liam McEnroy. Ne May. Se May. Nata Mena. Morgan Meyer. Denzel Miller. Danielle Moran Ocampo. Caitlin Mitchell. Ashley Middlestott. Mackenzie Moeller. Marissa Moriarty. Latifa Muhammad. Suleiman Mojkanovic. Colton Neal. Heath Neal. Terry Wen. Kaylee Nicole Nichols. Tan Noy. Mariko Sengyumva. Emma O'Neill. Dana Only. Shannon Orr. Isabel Owens. Mason Pangburn Linen. Mu Shi Pa. Pone Pa. Nicholas Perez. Jose Perez Lopez. Alana Pettyjohn. De Poe. Latrice Port. Charles Reese. Bu Ray. Le Ray. Na Ray. Pray Ray. Hasimana Richard. Kaylin Richards. Megan Reardon. Jordan Ritter. Tatiana Rushing. Tabitha Sandberg. Tu Se. Tager Se. Alexander Schilling. Donald Schmeling. Jejan Shade. Tanera Simmons. Natalie Singletary. Jamel Slaughter. Keen So. Kien So. Okay. Nazira South. Ryan Staus. Jacob Stewart. Antoine Talbert. Roman Talbert. Maxwell Tenson. Chase Thompson. Stephen Toothman. Tiana Town. Alexander Tran. Drea Turner. Diana Urbina. Linda Valle. Caleb Van Zee. Karina Vasquez. Daniela Vasquez. Andrew Watson. Lovete Way. Nathan Wegner. Odyssey Whitaker. Colby Williams. Tyrese Williams Walker. Douglas Wilson. Keen Wing. Brianna Woods. Britton Hauge. Anthony Billy. Kiera Rosenberry. Andrea Jackson. Sydney Miracle. Martinet Wright. Timothy Wells. Sharon Goller. Mariah Wright. Lalzwali Bochung.
Graduates, please stand and move your tassels from the right to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the Hoover High School class of 2017.